It's crazy to think that we've already come to the end of August, and as we go into Labor Day weekend, and I hope everyone is finding time to maybe get away from the city or spending some time with friends and family. I finally got to sneak out of Toronto myself, so that's why my view of today's video is a lot nicer than usual. But I just wanted to go over a few news and notes that have happened so far in the summer that are affecting Toronto real estate and things I think will be valuable to you. On the ground level with our team and helping buyers and sellers on a daily basis, it's almost like the summer never showed up, but the spring just pushed into June, July, August, because the market never really slowed down. Even in areas in August where fundamentally it should have slowed down like it did in years past, the inventory levels were just so low that there was still so little to choose from that every property that we were bidding on basically had competition. Now for some news and notes, and we'll start with Roy LePage's report on square footage. So this is a report that I was involved in and I gave quotes for, and basically they've come out and said that in terms of all of Canada, if you want to buy a property or a condo in Toronto, in the real Toronto proper area code, you're paying $839 per square foot. Something that we've seen from selling more condos, let's call it like south of Bloor downtown, that number is getting a lot closer to $1,000 a square foot. Okay, so we know from that report that square footage and to buy property in Toronto is going to be expensive, but what about on the rental side? So PadMapper also put out a report saying that your average one bedroom costs $2,300 in Toronto, and your average two bedroom was just under $2,900. And that's an increase year over year of almost double digit. And I did a full video explaining why this has happened since rent control was put in, why rent has actually gone up. So I'll link that video below as well. The last piece of news that I want to cover is something that's extremely controversial in Toronto right now. And I did do a full-length video on it as well, which I'll link below this video. It's on Airbnb regulations from the City of Toronto. So they're in court right now, battling back and forth, basically trying to figure out what the regulations are going to be for Airbnb. But the real sticking point for me, which I just think makes no sense, is that they're basically telling you what you can do with your property. So you worked hard to buy that property, and now the government's going to say, well, no, you can only rent it out on our terms. And you know, renting out your primary residence is really what it's coming down to. But they're saying that if you buy a property that has 2 stories upstairs and you spend the money to make a legal retrofit apartment in the basement, you can't even Airbnb that out. You have to only rent that on a yearly basis. So people are trying to be creative because home prices are going up, and the government's really coming in and making it more difficult than it ever has been before. So this is something I think we need to keep a really close eye on. As we move into September, it's kind of going to be steady as she goes. So if you were a buyer in August looking to buy a property, but there just wasn't a ton to choose from, keep a close eye on right after Labor Day, moving into next week. There's going to be a flood of new activity coming to the market because people have been waiting to list as we head into September. I also want to end this video off by congratulating some of our own clients who bought and sold properties in August. So Steve and Sherry, congratulations. Catherine, congratulations. Zane, Max, Kyle, congratulations to everybody that bought and sold properties in August, and thank you for choosing us. All right, that's it. I'm going to go enjoy my time at the cottage, take some time off for once. If you have any questions about anything we talked about, you can reach out to us in a direct message format or check out storyteam.ca. Don't forget to follow our Instagram. We are extremely active on that platform. All right, have a great day, and remember, home is where your story begins. Of course, it finally gets sunny as soon as I'm done the video.